Hello, everyone. It's your host, Tashiana Mickens, and I'm so thankful for finding this podcast on Anchor, and I'm thankful for everyone for listening to me on this Sunday. You already know you can find me on IG as Tashiana Styles. That's TYSHEONASTYLEZ. And you already know it's nothing but positive vibes and positive energy, and it's nothing but the real. Today we're going to discuss a subject that I call Why Me? Fear and resentment. And I chose this subject mainly because this is exactly why I stopped podcasting for a minute, is because of fear and resentment. So, and I also know that I'm not the only person that went through this stage in life and had to overcome it. So I also wanted to talk about it to everybody else. Everyone has this question, why me? Why me, right? Why is this happening to me? Why do I feel like this? And why do it have to be like this? I'm going to be totally honest with everyone. I stopped podcasting because of fear and resentment, and I became so close to my goals. That I just stopped. When I say I hit rock bottom, I broke down. I broke down really, really hard, and I sheltered myself away from the world. I sheltered myself away from friends. I sheltered myself away from social media. I sheltered myself away from anything and everything, and nobody that was around me could understand why I was feeling the way I was feeling, and nobody could get me out of this downfall that I was feeling. I was leaving Worth with no care in the world, and the process of everything, I just felt alone. So I had to figure out how to get back to Tashiana, how to get back to me. But before I had to figure out the root of the problems of me being unhappy, I was unhappy at the time. I was unhappy with my finances. I was unhappy that I was working for a worldwide company distribution, and the distribution didn't even care about the employees. I was upset that I was educating myself on everything. I also felt like on social media people were bullying each other every day, and they think it's cute because of their followers, not knowing that the shit sucks ass for real. You hurting the community as a whole personally, but hey, if that's how you get your money, that's how you get your money. But basically my little world just started to seek in, and I have found it odd that everyone in my circle wanted advice, and I gave it to them, but when it was on the other side of the table, when I asked for advice, nobody, gave me the answer that I felt like was needed. But, maybe they did give me the answer. Maybe I just took the answer a certain type of way. But at that time, I just felt like nobody was giving me the answer, any kind of answers. I know that you're probably like, well, if that's how you feel, how about, you change it, right? I'm pretty sure that's exactly how you feel. You feel as though if this how the chick feel, how about she change the way she feel? Wrong. Change does not happen overnight, boo-boo. See, I had fear that what I had offered to the world, it didn't matter to anyone, and that's exactly why I started crashing. I had put 3 years into my online store, Ray Lewis, and right when I felt the pressure to launch my website, I stopped. The reason why I'm bringing up this topic of fear and resentment is because fear and resentment can last a very long time, and that feeling of emptiness can turn into years. And it can also affect your life. It can affect your concentration, it can affect your work, and it can affect your school, eating, and your sleeping. And sometimes we get so trapped of self-obsession, of being afraid. Sometimes we get trapped in self-obsession of being afraid of the present and sometimes also the future. And we as people, we try to ignore them, and sometimes we might even pretend that this feeling even exists. So basically, I had to face reality. I had to accept what I was feeling and what I was feeling and what I am feeling. I had to deal with them. I had to heal with them. I had to fake it till I make it. And I had to clear my thoughts at the same time, because it's mind over matter, not matter over mind. I had to be open-minded, and I had to know that the process is what it was going to take some time, because change doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. Where I'm at right now in my 3 years, I am very, very far from where I first started, and I just started realizing that. I also realized that, I was on the right track in my life, and it was okay if I didn't want to work for somebody else. It was okay if I'm overwhelmed with my business, because this is my business. This business is going to be overwhelming. And, these were positive things that was happening into my life. I felt like, I spoke into the universe, and the universe threw it right back at me. I knew right then that it was how you utilize what has been given to you. I had to stop limiting my gifts, and I had to use them. You have to know yourself. Relax sometimes, exercise, eat healthy, avoid drinking, or should I say drink in moderations. But for the most part, you have to keep your faith, and you have to keep your spirits high. And as I mentioned before in the beginning of the topic, I was mad that I was educating myself. Let me just say this, y'all. I feel mindless, and I feel stupid of myself for even thinking this. What is wrong with knowledge? Nothing. You gain one of the most powerful gifts that the universe has given to you. Look, I am happy that I can teach myself. And if someone comes along the way to teach me more on certain subjects, then I gave even more knowledge than what I knew before. So like I said before, you guys, clear your mind and don't let fear stop you from achieving. If there's anyone out there that's listening, please be aware of these feelings, and you can too change or seek help or talk to a therapist, a close friend, a support group, or a mental health foundation in your area, or be like me and speak to the loved ones that's around you, and maybe they'll be able to help you. Again, this podcast is like my personal life, a little different from your ordinary podcast. I want to thank you for spending some time with me today on Anchor. And if you have any questions, ask them. I'll reply back. I hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful day. Have a great Monday and be great. Thank you for listening to I Am Me with your host, Tashiana Mickens on Anchor.